Hey everybody, welcome to Simply Said here on YouTube. Let's talk about it. So you heard the first video, Marlo Hampton, dealing with the boys. Again, these are her nephews. She is not a mom, didn't sign up to be a mom, obviously. But her sister got herself into a situation. I believe there's a mental health issue, incarceration issues, in my understanding. And of course, like, where's the dad? He's DD, disappearing dad where he always is. DD, disappearing dad. Where is the dad? So as usual in the BC, the responsibility falls on what? Women that look like you and me. That's where it falls. So here's Marlo living her life. Her sister gets into a situation, again, mental illness, I believe incarceration. It falls on Marlo. So this happens so much to so many Black women. And this, because they're trying to help and be there for everybody, it can stifle your growth, especially if you're at a young age. Now, Marlo Hampton, she's rather wealthy, lives the life of the rich and famous, rather wealthy. And look what she had to endure. And she needed a break after 3 years.
Get all your dirty clothes together. I'm taking you guys to the laundromat. Long story short, Monday comes around, day of school. So when they leave, I go upstairs. His stuff was all wet, like sour. Like, after 3 days, it's going to be awful. Oh, Michael punched the wall. Do you know how many days I want to punch something?
So see, you have to understand, when you're taking on kids like this, they've already been trained on how they do things in their prior household. So now they're in yours. Punching a wall, excuse me? That's what they're used to doing. These are young people. If you think you're gonna take them into your home and they're gonna do everything you say, you are sadly mistaken. It doesn't work that way with the children at all. It just does not. But you got to understand how they operate, how they function by the people that raised them. That's already been set forth. It's not going to change because you change the address. They're going to do what they're used to doing. So she's obviously very clean and neat. Clothes everywhere. Being teenagers, I get it. But punching a wall.
I wanted to punch Kenya. I didn't. Look, these are the clothes that he just washed. New shoes he couldn't find. The clothes that I had at wash dry and folded I'm missing. My joggers, potato chips under the bed, and his laptop that I took and put in my bedroom and my closet hidden is underneath his teddy bear. So now I'm gonna have to lock my door. I just hope they won't steal anything or take anything. And I just feel, you guys, it's been almost 3 years. I need a break from them. So I kicked the boys out. What? It was just a bad day. You kicked the boys out.
So, obviously on punishment, she takes away a laptop. That laptop finds its way back in his room under the teddy bear. Now she's like, I hope it doesn't steal anything. That's why I say the seat of poverty, because here is what happened. This happens all the time, and it happens in all races. But here's the deal. Black women, we have a different experience. You can't really depend on the men collectively. I don't want to hear about your daddy. My daddy was a provider too. I'm talking about in these relationships, be it rarely a husband, baby daddy. There's a different kind of setup. So when someone carries the seed of poverty, things don't go right. Next thing you know, a Black woman got a life together. Boom! It's all on your shoulders. It's all on your shoulders. Your life has to be rearranged. Because because it's so-and-so. Where are the men? DD, disappearing dad, where they always are. Gone, nowhere to be found. So here's responsibility. He gets to run off like a little fairy off into the night, and then go do it all over again. All over again. And then what the heck happens? Here's another Black woman. Oh my, this one gets murdered. She gets murdered. She got 3 and 4 kids, y'all. What we gonna do? Oh, we'll see with Kiki. I know she paid to go to law school, and then here come Black Queen Mama. Well, we can't always get what we want. Black women, I'm here to tell you the hell we can. At least give it a shot. Sometimes you have to distance yourself from people. Well, this has been going on for too darn long. As my dad said, you've been here all this time, you still haven't learned yet. This has been going on for too darn long. So let's get to this story. So if Marlo Hampton feels that way and she has finances, she has resources, what the heck do you think is going to happen to the everyday working woman? I've seen somebody doing this like, wow. So this one here gets buck wild, 3 or 4 kids. She takes them in, money just, she stretched She's stressed out and the money's all stretched out. What a dad is that? Well, he already had 4 or 5 kids when she met him. Oh my gosh, really? It's time to start having some family meetings. Not just about finances. It's time to start having some family meetings about morals. That's what we need to start doing. Here's a part that's heartbreaking. So keep in mind, and I can get it. I can imagine it happening. 3 years, she needed a break. Motherhood, parenting, fatherhood, you don't get a break. Understand that? You want a break? Break open that protection. You don't get a break. 24/7 job. It really is. So she has finances. She's comfortable lifestyle. She needs a break. Imagine the average day working woman can't get a break. Now this girl here, beautiful girl, I'm thinking early 20s, and she said kids. You already heard her story, and I just find it heartbreaking. She wants a do-over from dust.
No on nobody. And I feel so bad for her babies.
Feel bad for her babies.
Because they don't deserve.
She's losing it.
For sure.
So you talk about that grain, it's super important the direction you go in. So then you this way.
And it's like literally no coming back. Like I'm about to just disappear. I'm so embarrassed. I'm so hurt. And I'm so over it. Like
It's a beautiful. A little bit of work. Just a little bit of work. Awesome. So now it's time to roll. So
like I just need a do-over.
His dad disappeared. His dad disappeared. That's what they always do. She's so hurt. She's so embarrassed. And she has kids. There is not a do-over from dust. Once you carry the seed of poverty, there's no do-over. There's no do-over for any woman when you have children. There's no do-over. What happened? I don't know the lady, but I can kind of guess some common sense. We're not teaching our daughters. A lot of times, especially women in the minority community, they're the sole providers. Already stretched out on that hamster wheel. Some working. There are a lot of issues that go with women all around. Sometimes, and this is in all nationalities, there's an issue of jealousy. Sometimes, I hate to say, but mothers can get jealous of their daughters. Girl, beautiful. Sometimes get jealous of youth. And sometimes mothers can tell them and they don't listen. It's 2022. We have enough examples of disappearing dusties. That's why I say don't carry the seed of poverty. It is not worth it. It's not going to turn out well for you. There's no do-over. And she said kids. She's very young, kids. That beautiful baby, how the heck do you walk away from your child? I don't understand it. A do-over, as I said before, some people in their lives are diseased. We need an intervention. We need an intervention about morals and family, what is accepted and what is not. Sometimes the young ladies don't want to hear it. I don't know if that's the case here, but this is where you end up, and you're overwhelmed. So she's hurt. I'm sure she put all her belief in a man. Where's the ring at? Where's the marriage? I don't care. He don't have much money. Do you have a job? Where's the marriage at? Before we start starting all these families. Well, he don't want to do that. Well, guess what? If he don't want to do that, maybe we should stop doing what you do to cause beautiful human beings like this. How about that? We need to get these self-esteem cards up. Because right now, the self-esteem cards, the debit and credit cards in the BC, those cards are being declined. It's time to get that black self-esteem card up. You understand? And the black card has no limit. Now, I don't have one. Maybe y'all do, but I don't. But the black card, some of your husbands or boyfriends might have, and has no limit. That's what we need in the black community for black women. Self-esteem card needs to be, we need the black card to come up. And PDQ. What did she do to deserve this? You dabbled with dust. You did what every black woman does in America and got with an average, non-providing, low-performing black men. That's what most of them do. You can tell. Look at the communities. And then, don't forget, she's feeling this way emotionally. It's time to call in for a psych consult like ASAP. But don't forget, out of all of that, you may have to get up and get to work. Go and do that job, but ain't paying the bills and struggle, and you're stressed out. Let's hope you don't get robbed, attacked on your way home by another Tyrone. And then you go home and deal with all of this, your issues. Time for counseling, can't afford the counseling. Can't afford to even get there. Can't take off work to even get there. This is why I say not to carry the seed of poverty, D.
And to do that, I need everybody out in my face. I don't need nobody calling me, asking me what happened.
They know what happened.
They want to talk. I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk. I just want to disappear and get myself together.
See?
My mind right.
She wants to disappear. She's so stressed out. Get herself together, get her mind right. This young lady, she's losing it. And then things happen. And there won't be any sympathy for her. Well, but where's the man at? We knew what they do. Everybody will know what happened. What the heck you think happened? She dealt with a dust bucket. They impregnate women and they leave. What do you think happened? They know what happened. But see, you know what? Not people, they do that not because they care. They want some gossip. Girl, you know what he did? Because really, in most, you already know what happened. I don't need to guess what happened. Get you pregnant and run off. And the responsibility is all on you, including those bills. But see, sometimes people want to hear a story so they can go tell somebody else to make it say, hey, oh, you thought your day was bad. Look what happened to little Neek. So Marlo, she done put the kids out. This young lady here, it's a heck of a job. And the mental illness theory pretty much, that only pretty much in the BC, that's acceptable for the black men's. He needs some help. And the sad thing is, he'll go out with his poverty D-stricken seed, and he'll do the same thing to another woman who's come from a seed of poverty D, no self-worth, low self-esteem. And here we go again. And this is how you have a community where the kids are running wild over time, putting on green jumpsuits, built like a child, like a not just a bad can of biscuits, a stumped down bad can of biscuits. It's been stumped down, rolled down from hour 1 to hour 13. This is what happens. So Marlo, with her research, she's having a hard time. Yeah, motherhood, that's a big responsibility. So imagine the ones that's just thrust upon and you don't have the finances, you can't take a break. You end up like this beautiful girl on the screen, and I feel sorry for somebody. Something has to be done. So when I say beware the seed of poverty, I want to avoid situations like this. And this is how kids grow up, already in a stressed out environment. She's hyped up, get to yelling and all of that. Then another man come in, needs some help so bad, thinking, oh, I don't want to be by myself. I'm going to help these kids. He might be Chester the molester. Then the kids abused. Then they run in the streets. She working 2 jobs. And that's how the seed of poverty D, you get the results in the black community. These young ladies deserve better. They better listen. It's time for an intervention. It's been long overdue. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I have to go. Thanks for listening. It's heartbreaking. It's sad. Beware the seed of poverty D. Ladies, don't sign up to be Mrs. Poverty P. Don't sign up to be an IOD. It's not bad for you, but it's bad for the community. And I'm out.